Pineapple sage smells so good. I'm in heaven. Today we're going to plant the herbs, making our herb garden. Now I'm just going to place them where I think they should go. The dill's going to go roughly here. Parsley here. Full to part. Sun. So down on that corner where I'm planting the parsley, it is partially shaded. Doesn't quite get as much sun as the rest. And unlike most other herbs, parsley actually does okay in part shade. More parsley. And here is the pineapple sage. Oh, this smells so good. Okay.
I think it's full sun too.
It is. It needs a lot of sun like dill. So
yeah, put it on the side of the dill.
Is that too close?
No.
I'm not sure why I am deferring to my husband here. I think it's because on the tags it doesn't tell me how high and wide that these herbs are going to get, and I am not 100% familiar with all herbs. My husband was a chef for many years. He has grown several vegetables and herbs. I am more of a flower girl, and my husband is the food guy, so I think that's probably why I'm deferring to him here. And we're also debating on where we're going to put the blueberries and hibiscus. I'm thinking for putting the hibiscus here and here.
That actually would be close enough. They don't need to be next, but close to their like.
I was thinking about putting them in the middle, but I don't know if there's honestly if there's enough room for hibiscus and blueberries. Let's put these oregano here. I think chamomile, I will put it in a pot because that grew insane at the old place. Just adding in more oregano. I have 3 types: Italian, Greek, and Cuban. We don't use that much oregano. I just wanted to see if they had different flavors. French tarragon, chives. Oh, part sun. Partial, let's see, full sun or partial sun. This is another dill, another thyme, different type. That was lemon. This is Foxley. Foxley, another mint. It's Mojito, some sort of thyme. Golden lemon thyme. How wide does sage get? Do I need to spread them farther apart?
Yeah.
We're not going to have room for the blueberries and the hibiscus. We are either going to have to do one or the other. Marigolds and more chives. More marigolds. And more marigolds. Now they're all placed. The only thing we have left to get, I need to go get a rosemary that to replace the one I killed, which is unusual. I usually don't have a problem with rosemary. A basil and a cilantro. So I'm just sitting here taking a break because something I'm trying to do more of this year while I'm gardening is to be in the present and be mindful of what I enjoy, why I enjoy being outside in the first place. And today there is I don't think you'll be able to see him, but I'm seeing a little yellow goldfinch up in that tree there, and there's all sorts of birds flying around. There's been a whole bunch of swallows. My guess is tree swallows. They haven't gotten close enough for me to see their feathers, but I'm just taking a break, enjoying what got me into gardening in the first place. I just know if I go back to planting, the bird will show up and I'll miss filming it. Just adding in some root starter fertilizer to all the marigolds, which I forgot to do. Well, I think they look good. I still have the mint to pot up and the basil, cilantro, and rosemary to go by, and I'll still have to plant those later. but I think this here looks pretty good. And I am going to let my husband water them in. Why? Well, because I am getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, and my husband, they don't bug him like they do me. They really like me, and I'm slightly allergic, so he's going to water them in. A week later, and we are about ready to plant in the hibiscus. So I'm just going to rake back the mulch so that we can dig and aug to get the hibiscus in here because it's pretty big. It's been in a pot for a couple of years and it's going to take a little work to get this in. So in true Jenny fashion, while I was waiting on my husband, I decided to start doing another project, which was the cleaning of the fountain. And we both started working on the fountain instead of planting the hibiscus. And I don't know if I have ADHD or if it's just the fact that I am menopause now and I cannot focus or concentrate on anything. Anyways, in the end, I finished cleaning out the fountain and my husband finished planting the hibiscus.
Me, I don't mind.
I was finally able to find some cilantro, so I picked a couple up, and I also picked up an interesting type basil, which is called barbecue basil. I thought it sounded interesting, and I'm curious to try it and see if it tastes any different than regular sweet basil. I also picked up some garlic chives and a rosemary, which I did not show myself plant. And now I'm just adding some root starter fertilizer to the mint that I'm potting up, and this is the orange mint. I thought it sounded interesting and it had cool colors for the foliage. So I decided to get it. This is my fifth mint now. Now, I'm not sure what motivated us to garden on this very windy day. Honestly, it reminded me of the night that we had the tornado watch. But, anyways, we were just trying to pick things up and put everything into the garage that night so that nothing blew and busted a window. And now I am adding some garden tone fertilizer to the herbs that I had planted 2 weeks ago. So all of the herbs are now planted in, and I'm not sure what happened to the footage of all the mint that I potted up, but they are also potted up as well. Here we are 2 weeks later after everything has been planted, and you guys might see a few things that I have not showed being planted yet on here, but I'm just going to try to show the herbs. So here we go. Here's the hibiscus. This is dill, all the marigolds. This right here is the rosemary that I didn't show myself planting. And then these two are some pineapple sage. That is just your basic sage. A lot more marigolds. The strawberries are in that container there. Here's the orange mint. Here's the chamomile. That is, I believe, the Cuban oregano. That is the Italian oregano, I think, that we really need to cut back because it's going to flower. And then the Greek oregano's over there, I believe. Hopefully, I'm not mixing this up. Some of the basil, barbecue basil, the two cilantro, and then this is the uh, the gold lemon, no, gold lemon thyme, the Foxley, and then basic lemon, chives right there, and then the smaller chives back there. That's the garlic chive that I planted. Some cilantro here. No, 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 no. That's parsley. This is the licorice plant. I didn't show you guys planting that. Um, it's not. I don't. It's not an edible one. It's the ornamental licorice plant, and then another parsley, another hibiscus, and the cilantro is back over here by the basil. And then in this mint, I believe this one here, the best looking mint, is the Mojito. This one, I'm not sure. I don't remember which one this is. I planted way too many mint. Spearmint. That's what this one is. And the mint, for some reason, has been struggling with some sort of fungus. So I think this one here
I believe this is the apple mint. It has powdery mildew, and I'm not sure it's going to snap out of it. It's been fighting it for quite some time. And then what one's this one? This must be the French peppermint. Yeah, the French peppermint, apple mint, spearmint, and Mojito mint. And then the orange mint over here with the chamomile. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time, feed the pollinators for me.